It's Pozuelo to tie the game. They take it straight to Piatti. It's not been given.
For Bobasi, he looked level for me.
This is as close as it gets.
I think he's on, Ross.
We've got an offside call that cost Portland a point, a bizarre PK routine that saw a goal called off, and so much more. This is Instant Replay. I'm Andrew Wiebe, joined by Charlie Davies, and we've got to start by thanking Cheez-Its for giving us a place to argue about the most controversial calls around Major League Soccer. Let's go! Alright, Charlie, we start with a play from Toronto-Montreal that's basically a Greek tragedy compressed into 3 minutes. Before we get to some pathos even Sophocles would be proud of, that'd be Alejandro Pozuelo and Pablo Piatti's epic fail PK trickery, let's talk about the 44th minute penalty call that started it all. We know perfectly well what Thierry Henry thinks of referee Drew Fisher's decision to award the spot kick. Thierry thinks Rudy Camacho got hosed. Not gonna lie, it looks pretty soft from where I'm standing, but let's hear it from a forward who, let's say, quote, knows how to draw a PK. What does he think?
The initial penalty call, Wiebe, is soft. In my opinion, this should have not been ruled a penalty. Rudy Camacho does pull on Jozy Altidore's jersey, but that much contact is not bringing down a player of Altidore's size. He's a savvy veteran, and if you're going to get a handful of his jersey, you have to be mindful of that as a defender. The problem for the referee is that because Camacho pulled on Jozy's jersey, you can't reverse the call.
I want to give Camacho the benefit of the doubt because this is, as you said, soft, but the man has a handful of Jozy's jersey. He made his own bed. Thankfully for the impact, they didn't have to lay in it. That's because Pozuelo and Piatti, who clearly have too much time on their hands, tried to pull the old touch and smash and got the goal called off thanks to encroachment. Watch closely as our editor, Phil Ivanko, slows this down and freezes the frame when Pozuelo touches the ball. Where is Pablo Piatti? He is clearly inside the arc, thus encroaching, following Pozuelo's, air quotes here, miss. That's boneheaded stuff, Charlie.
The irony of this play is that Thierry Henry, as a player for Arsenal, attempted the same move with Robert Perez against Manchester City, and with the same result. Free kick going the other way for encroachment in the box.
Hey man, I'm with you, but hey, a little wrinkle here. Watch this again. There are Montreal Impact players inside the arc as well when Pozuelo strikes the ball. By the letter of the law, this whole thing probably should have been retaken. In the real world, ball don't lie, I say. Wipe that goal right off the board. Alright, before we get to the offside call in Portland that got Merritt Paulson back on Twitter, how about this red card turned yellow card for this tackle by Emmanuel Maciel on Michael Bradley? Fisher starts with a red, then downgrades to a yellow on video review. Did he get that right, Charlie?
Cozy, if you're Hannibal Lecter. For me, this is a red card challenge. Emmanuel Maciel comes in dangerously on a defenseless player. He was late, didn't make contact with the ball, and his studs were exposed. The knee of his trailing leg goes right into the shin of Bradley's planted leg. This tackle puts Bradley in serious harm of being injured. As I see it, there should not be enough for referee Drew Fisher to overturn the call on the field.
Preach, Chuck, preach. Fisher got in his own head on that one. Let's go to Portland for the 80th minute offside call that had the Timbers steamed. Call on the field is offside, Charlie, but Jeremy Abobasi, yeah, he looks pretty level to me.
In my judgment, Jeremy Abobasi's goal should have counted. The Portland Timbers striker timed his run perfectly off of Jimmy Chara's cross. He seemed to be a half step onside. The two Galaxy defenders, Daniel Stairs and Emiliano Insua, looked to have kept him on. When the ball was kicked, he was onside and moving into a position to capitalize on the service. Abobasi and the Timbers were robbed.
All right, let's head to Atlanta where they're rage quitting on the 2020 season. Nah, just kidding. 52nd minute, Ezekiel Barco's trying to make something happen. Here's the cross, and there's Nicolas Figal's hand. Clearly, the ball strikes his hand. Zero debate there. Referee Guido Gonzalez waves play on, and the questions are about distance, not much. The position of his arm, for me, it extends away from the body to block a passing lane, and position. Is this occurring inside or outside the box? Video review can't tell me definitively that it's inside the box, so I wouldn't go PK. But I do think that this should have been a handball and a free kick on the edge of the area because Figal, to me, appears to extend his arm to make his body bigger. If Gonzalez had position to see that the hand was on the line or inside the 18, I would have been just fine with a penalty.
Whoa. In my opinion, this would have been extremely harsh if a pen were given. And I think Figal was not making his body unnaturally bigger for a foul to be awarded. There was a short distance between Barco and Figal, which made it difficult to react. Figal's hand was in a natural position while defending. Good no call. Play on.
Oh, you shock me every day, Charlie Davies. A forward? Empathizing with defenders? Get out of here! One more from this game, 67th minute, and Brooks Lennon gets cleared out by Miami's Andres Reyes while bearing down on goal. Play on, says Guido Gonzalez, motioning that the defender got the ball. I don't see any ball, folks. I just see Reyes bowling the Atlanta player over outside the penalty area. That's a key fact here. So, it's not going to be a PK, but I would have produced the red card here for denial of an obvious goal-scoring opportunity. That's a dog so red so. Shout out to Bobby Warshaw. Lennon is entering the box with control of the ball, and no defender to stop him from pounding a half volley 1v1 with the keeper. Reyes fouls him. Dog so, red card. That's my final opinion.
Wiebe, who says I'm siding with the defenders? In my judgment, this is a mistimed challenge by Reyes, which should have resulted in a foul just outside the box. And because he was the last defender, this was the denial of an obvious goal-scoring opportunity. Lennon was clearly in on goal had he not been bundled over. This should have been ruled a foul just outside the box, and Reyes should have seen red. Come on, man.
Smart man. You just gotta agree with me more often, Charlie.
The stoppage time winner for DC United's Eric Sorga was in question because of United's players Donovan Pines and Yamil Assad being in an offside position. The goal would have been disallowed had the DC players obstructed the sight of Red Bull New York's goalkeeper, Ryan Mira. But it was his own players, Sean Nealis, Matthias Jorgensen, and Amro Tarek, that were in his line of sight. It was a natural reaction for Mira to try and blame the DC players for distracting him, but this was a goal. The referees got this one right. Handball by Aaron Herrera in the box? It's the 28th minute, score is still 0-0, and Seattle crosses the ball into the penalty area. RSL's Aaron Herrera tries to clear the ball, but it seems to hit his arm. PK? Herrera was late and misjudged the pace of the ball and used his arm to cushion the ball in front of him. He used his arm to make his body unnaturally bigger, and the laws of the game state that this is a penalty. He was caught and he knew it. The referee was spot on to rule this a handball.
All right, good show, Charlie. If you have any thoughts, comments, questions, get in the comments section on YouTube or hit us up on Twitter. We can explain to you why exactly you are wrong. We'll see you next time.